Before Wilt, Kareem, Magic, Jordan, and LeBron. Like everything else, basketball was racially divided. This is the story of the Black Fives. Right after basketball was invented in 1891, it spread fast. Teams were often called fives for the 5 players on the court. But teams made up entirely of African American players were known as colored quints, Negro cagers, or most enduringly, Black Fives. The period from 1904 to 1950, from the game's introduction to Black America through the integration of the pro leagues, is known as the Black Fives era. And it all started not on a fancy court, but in a schoolroom. The story begins in 1904 with a man named Edwin B. Henderson, a black physical education teacher who learned basketball at Harvard. Henderson is called the grandfather of black basketball. He saw the game as more than just a sport. He envisioned it as a tool for public health and civil rights, a way for African Americans to excel, to debunk racist stereotypes, and to claim a fair chance at success. He introduced the game to his students in Washington, D.C.'s segregated schools, and from there, it caught fire. Teams sprang up, sponsored by churches, colored YMCAs, social clubs, and newspapers. In 1907, the Smart Set Athletic Club of Brooklyn became the first independent African American basketball team. They were amateurs. They played for the love of the game, battling for the honor of being called the Colored Basketball World's Champion, a title created by the Black Sports Press. The early teams had nowhere to play. Gyms and athletic clubs were for whites only. So where did they go? The dance hall. In the early 1900s, a dance craze swept the nation, fueled by the popularity of black music, ragtime, jazz, and blues. Clever sports promoters saw an opportunity. On off nights, these vibrant ballrooms, the heart of black social life, could become basketball courts. This wasn't just a game, it was a major social event. You'd come for the top black music, watch a thrilling basketball game, and then dance the night away. The marriage of basketball and entertainment, so common today, is an African American innovation born from necessity and cultural savvy. Advertisements literally promised black basketball and dance. Out of this scene, a dynasty was born. In 1923, Robert Bob Douglas founded the New York Renaissance Big Five, the Harlem Rens. Named after the Renaissance casino where they played, the Rens weren't just a team. They became a black-owned, fully professional powerhouse. Because they couldn't join a league, they took to the road. They became the ultimate barnstormers, traveling thousands of miles in cars and buses, playing anyone, anywhere. Their record is simply staggering. From 1923 to 1948, they managed an 83% winning percentage. In 1933, they embarked on an 86-day road trip and won 88 games in a row. Their style was fast, athletic, and flashy, built to entertain the crowds that were their lifeblood. In 1939, they silenced any doubters by winning the first World Professional Basketball Tournament in Chicago, beating the champions of the all-white National Basketball League. They proved beyond question that they were the best team in the world. The Black Fives era didn't have a unified league like baseball's Negro leagues, but it created a nationwide circuit of excellence that directly paved the way for integration. When the NBA finally broke the color line in 1950, signing players like Chuck Cooper, Earl Lloyd, and Nat Clifton, it was standing on the shoulders of the Rens and all the Black Fives teams. Rens star Pop Gates had already broken a barrier by playing in the NBL in 1946. The Rens themselves briefly joined the NBL as the Dayton Rens in 1948. Their owner, Bob Douglas, was the first African-American inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. For decades, this history was nearly lost, buried in archives. But thanks to the work of foundations dedicated to this cause, it's being revived and honored. In 2022, the entire Big East Conference wore Black Fives team jerseys to celebrate these pioneers. The next time you watch a game with its superstar athletes and global spectacle, remember the pioneers. Remember the players who created something from nothing, with no roadmap, who played on dance floors for communities hungry for pride and joy, who barnstormed across a divided country, proving their greatness with every win. They played through America's darkest years to help shape its most thrilling game. They didn't just play basketball, they made history.